Millions of people use social media daily to share their newest life updates, to catch up with those unmissable cat videos, but also to connect with others around the world. Today's generation revolves around technology and the internet, making it extremely easy for us to come across others interested in the same things. But is this a good idea for the younger users? To start off, I have two interviews with two of my fellow classmates, Hannah and James. They use social media daily, so I'm going to ask them a few questions revolving around the younger generation and social media.
The main ones I use, I'd say, are Facebook to keep up with family and the things that they post. I use Snapchat because that's what a lot of my friends use to make group chats and talk to each other and plan things. I use Instagram for posting drawings, and I occasionally use DeviantArt for posting drawings as well, because it's nice to just get to look at other people's artwork and share and get opinions.
I use probably three main ones, which is probably Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat.
Personally, I do enjoy using social media to communicate with people, mainly people I know in real life. It's good for planning things and just making, being able to just say hi. It's easy, and also you can just connect to the internet to use it. You don't have to have credit on your phone or anything.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely one of the advantages of social media, being able to connect with people like on the other side of the world, for example.
My third question is when I started to get further into the subject of the younger generation. So I asked these guys how they felt about the younger generation being able to use social media.
I think that meeting people online is good for people, I'd say our age, as long as we're actually thinking and not making silly decisions.
Yeah.
But I think when it's people who are younger, like people in high school or younger than that, you have to make sure that they're not too like naive or vulnerable, because people online can often be not who they say they are.
I think both have its advantages and disadvantages. Like I said before, social media is a good way to connect with new friends and stuff like that. But it's very, very easy for people to lie on social media and to become someone who they are not.
In America, 95% of online users are between the ages of 12 and 7. On average, 1 in 5 US teenagers who are regularly using the internet and social media say that they have received unwanted messages over the internet. These internet predators are usually between the ages of 18 and 55, and their target ages are between 11 and 15. During some of these catfishing stages, a lot of these teens that are being catfished and targeted are willing to meet up with their predators, unknowing that they're not who they say they are. Now moving on to another interview that I did with an internet friend of mine. My next interview is with my friend Catherine from Essex. I met her back in 2014. We both played an online game called Star Stable Online. Catherine also posts content online on YouTube. She goes by the name of Oki, which is her online nickname in the game Star Stable. So I asked her a few different questions about her social life and how social media helps her.
Hi, I'm Catherine and I use the social medias Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter.
First question I asked her is how social media helped her on her online life.
Weirdly, it's given me confidence, I guess, and it's given me, this, it feels like it's almost like another life sort of thing. Like you have your real life and then you have sort of a YouTube life, and it's a lot nicer, and you get to meet new people and really get to use your imagination to put into videos, and it's really good.
Secondly, I asked Catherine if she enjoyed actually being able to communicate with her followers through social media.
If they're always there, if they're, always supporting you and behind you, it's quite nice to get to know them in a way, because they're kind of helping you out anyway. So I have experienced negativity on social media, especially Snapchat, if you wanted to know, where group chats have been made and stuff like that. And I just, to be honest, I leave the group chat and I block them to do it, really.
Thirdly, I asked Catherine if the social media platforms that she uses makes it easy for her to block out negativity.
I guess so, because a lot of people, I mean, there's people like keyboard warriors who are a lot more confident on social media than they are in real life. And obviously that can give you a little bit more confidence, but it can also make it scarier because you know they're saying things that they wouldn't say in person. 100% sure if it actually helps if it's on social media or compared to real life, so...
Yeah, because they're not gaining, like, instant repercussions after saying it, or they're not face-to-face, so it's not like oh, so-and-so said this, because it could be, like, a completely different person. Lastly, I asked her if she liked the idea of the younger generation being able to use the internet, and then I moved on to telling her some scary statistics and asking her opinion.
Really, I personally think they shouldn't, because they should really start to develop their socialisation skills in person, and then the older they get, be able to use it. So I don't agree when I see toddlers or little boys or little girls using iPhones or any sort of phone because they're most likely on social media. I don't agree with it because they shouldn't personally put their lives out there at such a young age.
Okay, so I'm going to read you some statistics, and then after I've read them to you, I'll get you to just give your opinion or give your views on what I've read. So in America, 95% of the teens who use social media and are online are between the ages of 12 and 17. 1 in 5 US teenagers who regularly log onto the internet say they have received unwanted sexual socialization via the website by people that they don't know. In 100% of these cases, teens that are victims of sexual predators have gone willingly to meet them. So they think that they're friends or people that they can trust, and then they go and meet them, and then obviously they're not who they say they are.
So obviously they've been catfished then, if they think who they're talking to isn't who they really are. Don't agree with that, because I don't agree with catfishing, and I also don't agree with if it is, for example, older men talking to younger girls. I don't agree with that because obviously that's paedophilia and that isn't acceptable anywhere. So yeah, I don't agree with any of them, to be honest. Like, statistics are true, and I agree with but I don't agree with men talking to younger children and gaining their trust and getting them in a vulnerable spot and then attacking when they see them. So yeah, I really don't agree with that.
So after hearing those statistics, how do you feel about the younger generation being online and possibly being a target to those predators? Overall, we have heard the opinions from 2 internet users and 1 social media representative. Is the younger generation really able to keep themselves safe with all of these risks that they run when being online?